Tellez is our next speaker. He graduated from Wabash College in 2010, where he earned his Bachelor of Arts in Political Science with a concentration in International Relations. He has worked in industries of international business and software development for an international consultancy. He is currently a Libertarian Party candidate for the Virginia House of Delegates in the 53rd District. Please welcome Anthony.
Hi everyone. Thanks for coming out. I want to wish you all happy Independence Day. I would like to echo some of the comments said by previous speakers in regards to where do we go from here. Really, it's the repeal of the Patriot Act and the NDAA, as well as any legislation such as the Protect America Act that has infringed on our Fourth Amendment rights. As a state legislator in Virginia, I will push to restore the Fourth Amendment in my state, and I hope to build a national coalition through the Restore the Fourth organization to spread this message of liberty across the United States. Louder! Oh, sorry. Maybe I need to be closer to this. So, with that said, I'm going to go ahead and just get into some of my prepared remarks. Basically, my speech goes over how we've gotten into this situation and debunks a lot of what has been said by the National Security Organization. So, on September 11th, 2001, our nation suffered the deadliest attacks on this country since Pearl Harbor. Immediately following the attack, a sense of national unity and patriotism marched our country towards war in order to bring those responsible to justice and prevent future attacks. In this period of national unity, the government was granted sweeping new powers to intercept electronic communications, financial transactions, and expanded law enforcement powers. Thank you. The prevailing wisdom of Washington believed that sweeping powers would allow law enforcement to disrupt ongoing plots and prevent the 2,978th victim. Unfortunately, these sweeping powers, reaffirmed in 2011 at the request of the Obama administration, eased the standard from a reasonable suspicion, as required by the Fourth Amendment, to an unconstitutional standard based on relevance. This change in operational standard resulted in the development of the prison program after the Protect America Act was signed into law in 2007 by George W. Bush. The prison program has supposedly prevented 50 terrorist attacks, according to James Clapper, the Director of National Intelligence. Furthermore, Mr. Clapper claimed that the program does not collect any type of data on American citizens. Liar. Let me repeat that. The program does not collect any type of data on American citizens. Liar. This statement has now proven to be a false testimony, and Mr. Clapper has attempted to walk back his statement, saying it was a "how long have you been beating your wife" question asked by Senator Wyden. Since Mr. Clapper has proven to be untrustworthy, it casts doubt upon his statement regarding the merits of the program. And to clarify, basically I'm going to debunk the whole idea that we're safer because of these programs. Since September 11th, 2001, the following attacks succeeded or were foiled, but not a result of the prison program. December 12, 2001, Jewish Defense League plot to bomb the Muslim Public Affairs Office in Los Angeles and attempted assassination of Darrell Issa. December 22nd, 2001, Richard Reed attempts to blow up American Airlines Flight 63 using explosives packed in his shoes. May 2002, college student Luke Helder plants pipe bombs in 5 states, injuring 6 people, 4 of which were postal workers. July 4, 2002, Egyptian gunman opens fire at Los Angeles International Airport, killing 2 Israelis. October 2002, and this one hits close to home, 10 people are killed in the Beltway sniper attacks. October 2005, bomber kills himself in a botched attempt to kill as many people as possible during a football game at the University of Oklahoma. March 2008, bombing of an empty military recruiting station in Times Square. May 2009, small explosive device found outside a Starbucks in New York City destroys the bench it was placed on. June 2009, man opens fire in U.S. military recruiting office, killing one and injuring another. November 5th, 2009, Major Hassan kills 13 and wounds 30 at Fort Hood in Killeen, Texas. December 25th, 2009, man lights himself on fire in an attempt to detonate an explosive in his underwear on a plane bound for Detroit. January 2011, Tucson, Arizona, 6 people are killed, 14 injured when a gunman attempts to assassinate U.S. Congresswoman Gabrielle Giffords. And finally, April 2013, 5 killed, 264 injured when 2 brothers detonate IEDs during the Boston Marathon. Now this list isn't comprehensive, and it doesn't include terror attacks committed against diplomatic compounds such as Benghazi or Egypt. It doesn't include missions or overseas U.S. personnel that were stationed in the Green Zone and were killed by car bombs. But regardless of these omissions, the list is still exhaustive and leads one to question, what is it we are gaining by giving up our Fourth Amendment?
Nothing.
Counting these 21 attacks, in addition to other international incidents not calculated, it appears that the program is an abject failure. Interestingly enough, it also appears in a majority of these cases, the suspects had foreign connections or produced reasonable suspicion, which would have allowed the FISA court to provide a warrant to tap into these people's information as required by the Bill of Rights.
Or you could just listen to Russia when they tell you.
Instead, we have a massive program with so much data, our government has dropped the ball and is putting us in danger. This leads me to ask, are we truly gaining security in exchange for liberty, or have we exchanged liberty for the illusion of security? Is frisking grandma and subjecting young children to pat-downs before getting on a plane really making our country a safer place? No! And lastly, is the recording of all of our phone calls really preventing another 9/11, or are they merely providing cheap entertainment for NSA employees to enjoy our intimate conversations? These questions are purely rhetorical, as we all know the answer to them, or we wouldn't be gathered here today. It's time to drop the charade and rein in these unconstitutional programs that do very little to protect us from terrorist attacks and only further to entrench the surveillance state. We do not need a program that is subject to abuse and allows the government to enjoy the pillow talk that goes on between our brave military members overseas and their partners back at home. Nor do we need a program that uses unconstitutional backdoor protocols to collect information via Facebook, Twitter, cellular, or email data. If this program truly saves lives, it is not an abject failure, as they are claiming, the government should have nothing to hide. I am calling upon the government to declassify the program so Americans can make an informed decision in the voting booth and on the streets. Thank you and Godspeed.